You're welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the English diphthongs. Okay, so we have the two categories of diphthongs. We have the closing diphthongs and the opening diphthongs. Now, the closing diphthongs are also referred to as the rising diphthongs, and the opening diphthongs are also referred to as the centering diphthongs. Now, when we talk about diphthongs, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind is two. Okay, so we have two symbols being pronounced as one. There is a glide from one tongue position to a second tongue position. Now, we might want to ask, why are they referred to as glides? Because there's a glide in pronunciation. Okay, so we have two tongue positions as opposed to monophthongs where we have just one tongue position. Now, diphthongs are also called moving vowels. They are moving because there is a movement. So if you say that you are producing a diphthong, there must be some sort of movement in, or rather within, your oral cavity. So we're going to begin with the closing diphthongs. And the first is referred to as a, or it's also called a fronting diphthong because there is a movement from a front vowel to another front vowel. Okay, so we have a, e, a. Now there are, of course, a few spelling symbols: ea, a, ai, ay, and ei. Okay, so we have this diphthong in a word like bake, cake, today, fake, make, take, rake, and so many other words. Okay, but often this sound is misrepresented by second language learners of English. It's often misrepresented with vowel number 3, e. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to compare vowel number 3 and this fronting diphthong. So listen attentively. Let, late, fail, fail, men, main, wet, wait, west, and waste. Okay, so you can see that some people normally misrepresent this sound with vowel number 3. Okay, but there is a difference. So that's what I want you to take note of. Now, the second diphthong is o. O is a backing diphthong, or what we call a retracting diphthong. O, a combination of schwa and a back vowel. Now, there are a few spelling symbols representing this diphthong: o, oe, and oa. Okay, now this sound is found in words like toad, boat, phone, home, load, toes, goat, soul, slow, and go. Okay, so this is o, a retracting diphthong found in these words. Now, this sound, we can compare this sound with vowel number 7, or. Okay, for a clearer perception, we're going to compare vowel number 7 with this retracting diphthong. Code, cord, bone, burn, poke, and pork. Okay, so we have compared this sound with vowel number 7. Now moving on, we have I. I. It's a fronting diphthong because there's a movement towards a front vowel. Okay, there's a movement towards the vowel number 2, which is a short vowel. Okay, now this particular diphthong has the quality of o, but it gradually changes to I as it approaches vowel number 2. Okay, so there are, of course, a few spelling symbols like I, IGH, EIGH, and UY. And we have a few examples here, such as rice. Rice. Can I have a plate of rice? Then we have kite. Kite. We have lie. That's a lie. We have the word time. What time is it? We have the word high. It's quite high. And finally, we have the word buy. What do you want to buy? So we have rice, kite, lie, time, high, and buy. Now, there are some speakers of English or learners, second language learners of English, that would rather say rice or kite or time. But we have to be intentional, okay? It's not rice, but it is rice. It's not time, but it is time. What time is it? Okay, now this sound, we want to compare this sound with vowel number 4. Ah. Vowel number 4 is pronounced as ah. Okay, for a more clearer perception. So we have cram, crime, fat, fight, sat, sight, rap, and ripe. Okay, so we have been able to make a distinction between vowel number 4 and this fronting diphthong. Now, the next diphthong is ow. Ow. Now we can see a movement from one sound to another sound. That's why diphthongs, like I said earlier on, are referred to as moving vowels. Okay, so we have ow, which is a retracting diphthong because there's a movement towards the back. Now we have a few spelling symbols like OW, OU, and OUGH in words like house, blouse, cow, plow, how, out, and mouth. Okay, so we're going to compare vowel number 4 again with this retracting diphthong. Band, bound, hand, hound, mass, mouse, lass, and louse. I believe you were able to hear the distinction between vowel number 4 and the diphthong ow. Now, the last closing diphthong is the diphthong oi, which is a fronting diphthong. And of course, as usual, there are a few spelling symbols, one of which will include OY and also OY. Now, we have this in a word like boil, boy, toy, oil, and joy. Okay, so we're going to compare this sound with vowel number 7 so that we can hear clearly how this diphthong is pronounced. Corn, coin, bore, boy, ball, boil, call, coil, jaw, and joy. Now we have come to the end of looking at the closing diphthongs, and there are 5 of them. Now you're going to watch out for a part 2 of this series where we'll be looking at the last 3 centering diphthongs, ear, air, and ur. Thank you for watching. Now don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.